It is the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. Tonight, we're taking things easy. Well, I'm not. They are. I've got Easy Roscoe in the studio with me. We're going to go around the room, introduce yourselves, tell them each what you do. If you'll start with you.
I'm Brian Martin. I play drums.
John, I play guitar.
Austin McFall, I play the bass.
And how long have you three been together?
I've been in the band about a year now. We met through a mutual friend doing some karaoke one night, and she introduced us, and they've been a little bit longer than I have. 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, we're actually a five-piece.
I was getting ready to say, I think we're short a couple of members at least. Yeah. Tell me about who's not here.
The main singer, Ian, he plays guitar on a couple songs, and then Logan plays guitar, trumpet, and he sings a couple too.
And how long have they been in the band?
The four of us, like them two and us two, just about 2 years. I think September would, maybe a little after September, would make it 2 years.
So is that how the band formed with you guys? Or
it kind of just fell together.
Yeah. Ian and I moved to Nashville from Penn State. We were in a band there. And first day we moved into our apartment, Logan was outside smoking a cigarette. Looked like a musician, so we started talking.
So the prerequisite to be in the band, you got to look like a musician. No, that's not what you got to do, right?
We started jamming, kind of do a couple acoustic shows. Austin moved down here about a month, so we had a bass player, and then we tried some different drummers for 5 or 6 months until we met this woman named Jamie, and she introduced us to Brian. And ever since, Brian's been our drummer.
And thank goodness for a love of karaoke coming into play.
Yes, it worked out great in my favor.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Billy Idol.
Rebel Yell.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That is his song.
That's his signature.
Yeah.
So is that like a love of 80s that comes into play then too? Or?
Definitely for me, yes.
What about you?
I'd say more 90s. Killers, Kings Leon, Pearl Jam, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff too. I'm Real Big Fish, Less Than Jake type of ska, or kind of that kind of vein too. I don't know, kind of it all really, other than the 80s.
Overall sound of the band?
Just a melting pot of sounds of fun, different
rock. Upbeat, fun rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party fun time band.
Yeah.
Party
sure.
fun time band.
Yeah.
That is a good way to say it too, because we try to be real energetic in the live show. So
all your songs then keep that focus. We're not going for mellow. We're going for up tempo all the way.
it seems to be like that, but I don't think any of us are opposed to if someone brought a song to the table and it went in that direction. I don't think that anyone would, that would make it automatically not fit.
How about if we take a look at one of those songs and kind of get to know a little bit about how they come together, since it doesn't really have a mindset of wanting to be in a certain style. Let's take a look at Learn to Laugh.
I had started dating a girl, and I had made her cry already within a couple weeks. And so I wrote this song on ukulele for her. I sang it to her one morning, and she liked it. And then Austin came over, I think that same week. No one else was able to make band practice, and we kind of just jammed on it. And we took it into our next songwriting practice. And so it's been a song for over a year.
I'm going to guess you don't start up most songs on ukulele, or do you?
Two songs now.
Yeah, I would say not most, though. I'm not sure why ukulele was the...
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I haven't really I've written 3 songs on ukulele, I think. And
I think that is the first. I don't think we've had a band on before that's gone to the ukulele as a go-to. Well, how about if we go to that? It's Learn to Laugh. It's Easy Roscoe, the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. It is the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. Tonight, we're speaking with Easy Roscoe. We've already gotten into your music a little bit and found out that you'll grab an unconventional instrument if it fits the mood, going to the ukulele. Are there other instruments besides ukulele that you add in that are maybe unconventional?
I don't know if the trumpet's unconventional. I mean, it's not to me because of the music that I liked, but we don't write with the trumpet, but sometimes it's not weird or strange for us to just say, hey, Logan, can you put down the guitar and try trumpet and let's see what that sounds like and kind of develop the song like that.
Have you thought about incorporating any other types of horns? Or
maybe when we get a little bigger, we can hire a horn section, but at our stage, we're not really there. So we just stick with the one trumpet.
Maybe hand him a kazoo every now and then.
Yeah.
Just to
I'd
see how it goes.
Kazoo.
Yeah, you probably master that, actually. You get that.
Well, you guys sound like you've got some pretty good chemistry going. So after a couple of years together or so, being up around the Nashville area, do you do most of your performances up there?
Yeah, for now, I mean, everything has really been there. We went to Indiana 4th of July last year. That was kind of the only time we've played outside of Nashville. But
Right now we're trying to find a band van with the limited amount of funds we have.
So if you know anyone out there selling a band.
Well, you can do what some bands do. Switchfoot, I think it was Switchfoot that went to Kickstarter, got themselves a new band.
We just did
been
that.
A few that have done that
for our album that we put out in January. So
Now, how did that go?
it went really well. We made our goal, and we still have a lot of that money left. So we're kind of deciding what we want to do, if we want to save it for our next album or try and put it towards a van.
When you first started looking into the whole Kickstarter campaign, was that whose idea was that?
John's, I would say it was your
Yeah.
idea. He's the business guy.
We actually used, we didn't use Kickstarter.
There's a few different ones out
Yeah,
there. There's
yeah.
Kickstarter,
One of them.
GoFundMe.
Something like that.
One of those.
Too many to keep track
Yeah.
of. But
Right.
Well, the
So-
one we used was effective, so.
Yeah.
when you pitched the idea of, hey, let's try and get some support and have it funded this way, was everybody on board with that? Or was it just kind of a, oh, we're going to be beholden to all these people, we're going to have to answer to what they want?
I'd say it was pretty much everyone. Logan might have
Yeah.
resisted a little bit at first, but once we were actually in the mindset that we were going to make a real album in a real studio, he was all for it, I think.
Yeah, I think the full record, or like doing a full LP or 10 songs was a push, helped that. At least everyone commit to it. Like, all right, let's just try. What's the worst that's going to happen,
Was the feedback from, were you submitting stuff out for feedback or?
Once we had an album? Yeah.
Well, I mean, once you started working with the people to get the funding, were they like, okay, how much have you got recorded? What did my $20 get me?
So there were like awards. If you contributed a certain amount, then you would get that. But it was pretty much on faith in us. It was family, friends, and stuff like that, just asking people to help us in the promise that if you give this much money, you would get what's listed here, basically. So,
Would you recommend it to other bands out there that are trying it?
yeah, for sure.
Thinking about it
yeah,
anyway?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially when you're at our point, you're pretty much just asking your family and friends, and they're probably not going to say no to you.
All right,
I
so
think it's a
press your
great
sales
idea.
tactics on the family and then go from there.
Yeah, right.
No, but seriously, do look into it. Don't just jump in
Absolutely.
blindly.
Yeah.
There are different ones out there, and each one's kind of different for what you're looking for. So,
Right.
but it's a good way to go to get an album made. So, we'll talk some more with Easy Roscoe, find out about how that album progressed, what went into it as we continue with the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. It is the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. We are speaking tonight with Easy Roscoe and finding out what it takes to get an album together. You guys went the Indiegogo route is what we ended up finding out. And you said that went pretty well. You got a little bit left. You're working towards the next album. So what all exactly went into this album? How many songs are on it?
10 songs, 4 different writers.
We had
Yeah.
a lot more than that too. When we started out, when we first started out, we had a ridiculous amount. I think like 30 when we were first really like just writing stuff, and then kind of honed that down when we got with Brian, and then again once we got to the point where we were like, okay, what 10 are going to be on there, and we just voted on it. We do like a democracy type of thing and just voted on songs, and so we came up with what it was going to be.
What was the qualifiers to make the cut?
It was, I guess, really each person's opinion, really. Like if you thought this song should be on there, like we would jam it and then kind of vote.
We had a set of probably 16, 18 songs that we played at gigs, so that we kind of knew that those were the songs we were going to pick from. And then from there, we all voted on our top 10.
Once you got them narrowed down, how did you did you just kind of go, okay, these are going to be the most practice that we're going to do? How much time did you spend getting ready to take those into the studio?
We spent a couple months of just rehearsing those 10 songs and figuring out, kind of how they fit together and what order we were going to put them in and whatnot.
We had a big push right before we went into where, like, we just practiced basically the record, just because we knew time was money, really. So the more we were tight, the faster we could get things done and kind of get more on the CD too.
Once you got into the studio, was it as easy as you'd hoped, or?
It went pretty easy.
Yeah, we were very happy with how we played, and we had a great engineer, Billy Bennett, great guy, and he gave us a lot of good pointers and made it very easy to record with him.
What kind of studio did you use?
It's called the Bomb Shelter in East Nashville. I mean, it's a full out studio.
We did a
Yeah.
live style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alabama
So
Shakes
all in the
cut
same
their
room
first
type
album
thing?
there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and some DIs, of course, and stuff like that, and,
Yeah, it was
vocal booth, but for the most part, we were all...
a live room. Just playing. A lot of it's without a click track too. Like kind of.
Were you rubbing the walls for a little Alabama Shake magic?
hoping?
Yeah.
They
Taking
have
it in.
they have their gold album sitting in the bathroom on the floor.
In the bathroom on the floor, just so you can contemplate it when you're in there, I guess.
They got all these unknown bands on the walls, and then their gold album sitting in the bathroom floor.
That is some craziness. Well, let's talk about another one of your tracks. Tell me about All Right, Regina.
So that's a song that Logan actually wrote too. I'm not exactly sure like his time frame on it too, but I know like he was looking to write something inspired by Nashville and stuff like that, which there's a decent amount of Nashville references in there. And he's very big on the name. Like he's always about like I write songs with anonymity and like try not to have names in there, but he'll if there's a name, he puts it in there. Like he definitely is a big believer in that. So I know that was a huge part of it.
His ex-girlfriend was Katrina, and I don't know if that has any
has
correlation to Regina. I've never asked her.
We're not going to say. We're not going to say it was and it is. We don't know. We don't know. It's just probably best to just deny anything and let him take the fall for it. How did the melody and stuff come together?
I remember jamming on it. We all went out to a bar one night. And we came back to Brian's house, which is where we practice, and we were just jamming. I think we kind of that's the first time we all heard it. Yeah. And then we had a new song night, and he brought it up. Then none of us remembered the song though.
It did. That's how it goes sometimes. Yeah. I was going to say, apparently the celebration from the song was a lot more memorable or non-memorable, as it were. Well, how about if we give that a listen then? It's All Right, Regina. It's Easy Roscoe, the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. It is the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7 with Easy Roscoe tonight. You guys working on material. You just finished up the album that came out here recently. And where can they go get that? Let's send them someplace online. Do you have a presence on there?
Yeah, CD Baby, iTunes.
Bandcamp, you can donate money. You can get it for free, I think, on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
CD Baby, it's $6 for a digital download, $10 for a physical album. iTunes, you can download each individual song for 99 cents. Spotify, you can listen to us for free.
Yeah, SoundCloud too.
We're more about just
share our music,
hearing our music and sharing it with people. We don't care if you buy it.
Have you got that linked up? Or are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
What about Twitter?
Yep. Twitter.
Facebook and Twitter, you can find them both on there. Just go check out Easy Roscoe. Yep. Just simple, and then links, I'm sure, up to all that as far as where you can find the music and stuff. And your performance dates, too. Do you guys put where you're going to be playing at?
Yeah. As long as they're not like ones that we just booked one for Monday and like yesterday. So sometimes that happens. We try to get it up, but usually they're much further in advance.
Yeah.
So they have the calendar up there. Check out where you can go see them at. Hopefully we're going to get you guys in somewhere close by, but really that's not that far of a drive to go check out a great band. So go up and see them up there. Check them out online. And we had already said that you had finished up the last album, had a little bit left over. So are you already plotting for the next album? Or are you?
I think it's kind of always in the back of our mind because, I mean, like, we love playing that stuff, but it does kind of get stale too. So we try to just mix it up by having a new song night, we call it, or something like that on Tuesdays, where we just play new music and kind of put stuff on the back burner.
Now, do you each write a song and bring it in and everybody just kind of tweaks it? Or do you just rely on, hey, I've got an idea for this and talk to one another first? Or
it's more of like their complete songs, right? Yeah, like I would say.
Yeah. And everyone writes their own parts of the song. But the melody's there, the basic guitar part's there. The chords are progressed.
Same for you with the drums?
I just sit back and they bring them to me and I figure out a beat. It's pretty easy on my end.
So you have like veto power then? You're like, no, that's not going to work, man. Just no.
I like to think I do, but it is a democracy, so we do a lot of voting.
Have you shown up with a cowbell song yet? Just nothing but cowbell?
No, not yet.
Break drum.
I tried to use a brake drum off an old pickup truck, but they vetoed that immediately. It's loud.
Moroccanite. No, let's not. No. Goes back to the ukulele.
I think we need to actually get a kazoo now that you say something earlier, though.
I'm going to see you guys down the road at some performance. You're going to be like, hey, check this one out. It's all kazoo. Well, they probably won't do that, but they will do a lot of other things. You guys have plans and you've got some dates lined up. Go check them out on Facebook. Find out a little bit more about Easy Roscoe. Guys, thank you for coming in tonight and just talking to us about your music.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This has been the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7.